Hey, what's up guys? It is Rob from Movie Review Time, and I am back with a brand new list video. Now this is not going to be a top 10, not going to be a ranking video, and it's not going to be like a top 5 or anything like that. I basically have a list here of 1980s TV shows. That's what we're going to be talking about today. I tell you, nothing compares to a 1980 or 90 TV show, because they had some of the most iconic intros and music and montages that you will ever see, and that can never be recreated. Stuff they come out with today just does not compare. It just doesn't. There's something about these intros that come out for these TV shows that just makes you smile, and it just gets me hyped to want to watch the show again. Now, when I say 1980s TV shows, I basically mean that these shows were going in the 80s. And they might have started before the 80s. Some of these actually started in the 70s and went all the way to the 80s. Some of these actually started in the 80s and went to the 90s. But I just want to focus on the fact that it was running during the 80s. Because I'm an 80s kid. I was born in 1982. And a lot of these I just remember. I freaking loved them. And yeah. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm just going to go down the list here. I have them, written down. And just tell me if you remember some of these. And I'm going to do a video on my personal collection of 80s and 90s TV shows. So that will be that will be a lot of fun. So, the 80s. Now, there's the A-Team with Mr. T, which ran from 1983 to 1987. I remember that show. I was a huge Mr. T fan, especially in Rocky III. He was also in, WWF a couple times. So, yeah, Mr. T, awesome. Then there's the show Alf. Who doesn't know Alf? Come on. 1986 to 1990. Alf was kind of mixed with live action. He was kind of like a puppet Muppet sort of character. You have Cagney and Lacey, which was kind of like a buddy cop TV show of these women. 1981 to 1988. And mind you, these TV shows had amazing intros, like I said, amazing. You have Cheers, from 1982 to 1993. And I believe you can watch Cheers. I think Cheers is on Netflix. I think it is. There's The Cosby Show, which was 1984 to 1992. So a pretty long span of seasons there. And I used to watch The Cosby Show religiously. I loved Theo and, Claire Huxtable. Like, great characters. No matter what Bill Cosby did, with all this stuff, he's in prison now. But he certainly was entertaining on the screen. He certainly was. Doogie Howser, M.D. The little kid doctor. Went from 1989 to 1993. Definitely a cool intro there. The Dukes of Hazzard, which started in the 70s, 79, all the way to 1985. Then you have The Facts of Life, which is one of my favorite shows there. The Facts of Life. The Facts of Life. The Facts of Life. Okay. Anyway, 1979 to 1988. You have Family Matters, which is definitely my top 10 favorites. 1989 to 1998 with Steve Urkel. Then you have Family Ties with Michael J. Fox. And that started the year I was born, in 1982 to 1989. I loved Family Ties. He was doing that right around the time of Back to the Future and Teen Wolf. So really, really cool. Full House, another one that's really good, from 1987 to 1995. Pretty long span there. The Golden Girls, which was 1985 to 92. Now, The Golden Girls was very entertaining, too. A bunch of old women telling jokes. I mean, Betty White, you know, she's still funny. You got Growing Pains, which was 1985 to 1992. You have Happy Days, which started in the 70s, 1974 to 1984, with the Fonz, Henry Winkler. Hey! You have Head of the Class, which was 1986 to 91. You have The Jeffersons, and then we're moving on up to the sky. Anyway, 1975 to 1985. So a 10-year span there. You got Laverne and Shirley, which also had a great intro. 1976 to 1983. MacGyver. They tried to redo MacGyver. I think there was a new show, a new MacGyver show. I'm just like, this is stupid. 1985 to 1992. I freaking love MacGyver. MASH. Now, MASH, that really wasn't that much of a favorite of mine, but I could watch it. My parents freaking loved MASH, okay? That went on forever. That was, that was 1972 to 1983. A long, long stretch. Mork and Mindy. Yanu Yanu. Nanu Nanu. 1978 to 1982. The Muppet Show was 1976 to 1981. Perfect Strangers. The show that nobody liked, pretty much. 1986 to 1993. Quantum Leap, which was 1989 to 93. Roseanne. Definitely in my top 10 favorites. That was 1988 to 97. I definitely like the earlier episodes. I say season 1 through 4 are my favorites. Now, really quick, there is Punky Brewster, which was 84 to 88. You got Fraggle Rock. Come down to Fraggle Rock. 1983 to 87. You got Charles in Charge, which was 84 to 90. You got Life Goes On with Corky, 89 to 93. You got Knight Rider, which came out the year I was born, 82 to 86. Even Three's Company started in the 70s, 1977 to 84. And, you know, John Ritter, rest in peace. I love John Ritter. Who's the Boss, which was another favorite of mine because Alyssa Milano was a huge crush of mine, and she still is. Yeah, Alyssa Milano. Oh, God. 1984 to 92, that was. The Wonder Years, another great one, 1988 to 93. And all these shows had great intros. I love the intros. If YouTube would let me, I would post all these great intros to these shows. But they won't let me. So you got Transformers, 1984 to 1987, which the movie came out in 1986. You have G.I. Joe, which started in 85. You got Voltron started in 84. You got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was 87. Max Headroom was 87. Unsolved Mysteries started in 87, and that went all the way to 2010. Unsolved Mysteries. Other Unsolved Mysteries. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe started in 83, and, you know, I collected the toys, of course. G.I. Joes, Turtles, Transform, all that stuff. She-Ra and the Princess of Power started in 85. You got Mask started in 85. Thundercats started in 85. Inspector Gadget started in 1983. Care Bears, 85. Chip and Dale, the Rescue Rangers, was 88. Beetlejuice was 89. Let's see, what else do we got here? Man, there's Heathcliff. Heathcliff, Heathcliff, no one could terrify your neighborhood. The Real Ghostbusters, Reading Rainbow, Butterfly in the Sky, I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, Reading Rainbow. I freaking... Come on, man. These shows, I tell you. You got Scooby-Doo, you got GoBots, or the Challenge of the GoBots, you got Silverhawks, you got DuckTales, you got the Jetsons, Tailspin. I mean, all this stuff, these are, I'm telling you guys, these are great TV shows, okay? Like I said, some of them started in the 70s and went to the 80s. Some of them started in the 80s, went to the 90s. But, man, I freaking love them. And there's some more that are in the 90s, and I might as well just talk about some that were in the 90s too. But you got, you know, Saved by the Bell, which was 90 to 93. I freaking love Saved by the Bell. You got Third Rock from the Sun. You got Beverly Hills 90210. You got Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You got Home Improvement, which is definitely in my top 10 favorite 90s. You got, let's see, Pee-wee's Playhouse, Muppet Babies. You got Speed Racer, you got Zelda, you got Cops. It's crime fighting time. You got Street Sharks. You got David the Gnome. Now, who here remembers David the Gnome? Do you remember David the Gnome? How about the Elephant Show? Do you remember the Elephant Show? Adventures of Little Koala. Now, how many people remember that one? That cartoon with the koala bear? Probably not many. How about the Rambo cartoon or the Karate Kid cartoon? How about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? Well, of course. Captain N the Game Master, California Raisins, RoboCop, Super Mario Brothers Super Show. Hey, paisanos, it's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. Dun 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 dun. It's the Mario Brothers and plumbing's the game. Come on, guys. This is, man, I tell you what. There is nothing like the 80s and 90s stuff. There really is not. Okay? There's so much more than that. I can't list it all. I really can't because there's so much, but they're so good. Such good content there. I mean, I'm going to come out with a video. You guys are going to see. I'm going to come out with a video. I'm going to show you my collection. I'm going to show you my 80s and 90s TV shows that I have in these really cool box sets and stuff. And I have quite a few of them. And I'm going to take you back to, you know, the 80s and 90s with that stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. So stay tuned for that video. But what do you think of some of these that I just mentioned? Like, do you remember any of those? I'd love to hear your thoughts about them. Maybe one of these days I'll come up with a ranking on some of my favorite TV shows. Like, I'll rank maybe the animated stuff, and then I'll rank the live action. That'd be cool. Alright guys, so just a quick video. Just wanted to do that and just, you know, talk about some of those shows. So, yeah, let me know what you think. Subscribe for more content. Give this video a like if you liked it. And stay tuned for more videos. This is Rob signing off. And I'll see you guys in the next video.